Highlights, race number 14 of the championship. It was a shocker off the line for Scotty McLaughlin. Went nowhere. And what a disaster to be in that position and for the lights to all but go out and then find yourself back in second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. I think he ended up bottoming out in seventh position when this all settled down. And then once you're out high and wide, you're in the dirty stuff, you get the hip and shoulder from everybody. So they changed the strategy for car number 17, Shell V-Power Racing, and brought him in to try and find clean air. That was pivotal. That actually got them out of jail today. It was never going to deliver them a race win. Some crazy exchanges, this one between Jack LeBrock and James Courtney, that resulted in James running it right up against the tyre barrier. All but ended up in the concrete wall there, ripped the mirror off it, did some panel damage on that car, and he was to be in the wars a little bit later on as well. Pretty lucky not to end up turning hard left there. Coulthard had pace all day and consistency. Looked after the tyres. The strategy was very good. This thing was hooked up. It's been a while. Sydney Motorsport Park in 2017 was the last victory for him. This was impressive. Shane van Gisbergen, we were delighted to watch this bloke at work today. They chased the car all weekend. They chased it set up in these pit stops. They had good tyres available at the end, and he drove the wheels off it. 4 qualifying spec laps. He crushed the margin down to about 6 seconds, and remember that he came out of position number 7 on the grid. And he had a great exchange here with Scotty McLaughlin. Actually surprised me a bit early on to be able to get down the inside at turn 10, which doesn't happen that often. He did it beautifully. Both drivers giving each other space. That job was done very nicely. We kept an eye on the margins, and so did Fabian Coulthard and his team. Both drivers were kept fully informed as to what was going on. And then out of the last corner, once he knew it was all stitched up, he ended up with an 11-second gap at the end. Fabian Coulthard over Shane van Gisbergen. That's a big one. And that reignites his position in the championship. He's had his ups and downs so far this year. That's moved him up 1 spot in the championship. As I said a little bit earlier, he's now in 7th place. Wonderful performance there for Fabian Coulthard. The Kiwis have got the grins on. They've deserved their success today. Well done all.